Let's Homebrew coming at you on a slightly breezy day, another very warm day. Had to tear the shoes off and get out here on the deck and get a good beer going. Get my good beer going on, and we got a good beer for sure. We've got another one sent to us from Lance Meyer. Yes, this is Overrated. Oh, I've been wanting to try this one. Overrated. I love the full name. Overrated West Coast style IPA. And this is from Surly Brewing out of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, Midwest. And this one's got the fun backstory. Just gotta read it too. Gotta do it. I'm sorry. It says on there. It says it's been said it's easier to brew an extremely hoppy beer than an extremely balanced beer. And as you know us, we always look for the easy way out. So we jumped on the West Coast IPA bandwagon and brewed this dry hoppy ale. Surly is a little bit of a one-trick pony. They just brew gimmick beers. And maybe we are overrated, but at the end of the day, it's just a beer. If you like it, great. So do we. If you only like us when we were small, then leave this one on the shelf. Let one of the fanboys grab it. So, a bit of sarcasm there. I love it. And it's dated. This is one thing you've got to love about Surly Brewing, and it's dated May 30th. Now, today that I'm actually drinking this, the day before the 4th of July, this is July 3rd. So that puts it right at about 5 weeks, but that's not bad. And I just got this in this week, so I'm getting this baby popped, and we're going to get it going. As I do that, I'm going to tell you, so they call this American IPA. They call it a West Coast IPA, of course. It is 7.3 ABV and 69 IBUs. I also want to mention what's in this beer. They really kept it kind of simple. It's 2-row and Belgian crystal. And look at that beautiful beer. And they use Columbus, Centenial, Cascade, and Dorado hops. And then they use an English ale again, which is what they also use in Furious. So that puts a little twist on it again, especially when you're going to do a West Coast IPA. So let's take a look at this. This is a really kind of almost a honey amber color, a honey golden. It's a nice color, not as deep orange as actually West Coast IPAs can often be, but it's very nice color indeed. Puts on not necessarily really tight bubbles, but puts on a pretty good head on there. All right, let's get a nose on it. Oh, it does have that West Coast IPA aroma, because I'm going to tell you, I got some like orange and some tangerine. I got a little bit of pineapple on that even. Oh yeah, I definitely get some tropical fruits coming off that for sure. So I would say so far, I'd say that they nailed the style. There's some nice sweet malt in there, you know, so it carries through the hop to give you that nice sweet tropical and citrus type aromas on it. Boy, there's even a hint of like a breadiness on this one as well. It's just a really nice aroma. I'm getting thirsty. Cheers. Okay. The taste follows a little different. It really, truly does. It's interesting. It almost has a lightly honey-esque type flavor to it. It's like a grapefruit peel and some orange flavor to it. There's a dash of lemon in there as well, so a lot of citrus going on for sure. It has kind of like a dank resin taste to it, and a little bit of herbal earthiness going on to it as well. Slightly bready, and this bitterness that's slowly building on the backside. But I got to tell you, it's not really coming off as a West Coast IPA to me. I can't say that they nailed it by any means. And I've got to maybe wonder if some of that's attributed to the fact that they used an English ale. because on the malt, there's a lot of malt character on this still. And you almost get a little bit of a caramel toffee flavor off that. Now, consider the fact that they used a Belgian crystal, so like a crystal malt, but a Belgian crystal, and they used an English ale. That's going to put a little twist on it. And I'll tell you what, my belch right now just told me there's a lot of resin in this, though. So I'm kind of enjoying that. And it's a bit dry, I've got to say. I mean, it really does dry out at the end. Kind of leaves the bitterness kind of sitting on your palate, and so it's kind of interesting, you know, than how it sits on there with a little bit of the resinous flavor to it. So it has certain aspects that are super pleasant and super good. The aroma, I gotta say, the aroma really, I thought, had nailed the West Coast IPA style. But the taste, the follow-through is not there. And this is not an East Coast beer, and this is not a West Coast beer. I've got to say that I think the English ale, that puts a twist. So it's a unique beer again, a very unique beer. I said the same thing about the Furious, that the English ale yeast, a very unique beer. Well, between the airplane circling over my head and people blowing up M80s because it's July 3rd, I've had plenty of time to sip on this beer. Alrighty then. What do I think about the Overrated? Alright, it's a nice beer. I will grant you it's a nice beer. The aroma, I thought they nailed it. They really had that West Coast aroma going on. I was getting some nice citrus, tangerine, orange, tropical fruits. It was not in the taste. That's, to me, one of the most disappointing things in a beer is when you get these great aromas and then it's not in the glass. And it just wasn't in the glass. There's this honey-s type flavor in it, which is really nice. I do get like some grapefruit and grapefruit rind. I definitely get some resin and piney aspects and things. But is this a West Coast IPA? No, I don't think this is a West Coast IPA. Fun beer nonetheless. Really very good. So, for an American IPA, I'm not going to say for a West Coast IPA, I'd have to grade it lower. But as an American IPA, yeah, it has a lot of those qualities of an American IPA. Very nice beer. This is, for me personally, this is a B+ beer. Some really nice qualities and so forth. I might be hedging it down because they were so boldly saying that they, well, whatever. Yeah, and West Coast IPA, like, we can't do that. If you're going to afford to be sarcastic and you know, and I love the humor, mind you, but if you're going to do that, then you better be able to back up the goods, and I don't think they did. I honestly don't think they did. It's a great beer. It's not West Coast. We're going to put this sucker at an 87 overall. All right. Oh, I got some peach. Overall, this is a different thing. It's a very pleasant beer. Am I enjoying it? Yes, I am. The bitterness on the end is a little odd. Overall, it's a really pleasant beer. I'm going to bump it up. It's still going to be a B+. I'm going to give it an 89. I'm very much enjoying it. Lance, thank you very much again, because let's face it, an 89 isn't a bad beer at all. So this is Kevin from Clement's Homebrew saying, life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you in another beer review. Maybe less a few of the airplanes. See ya. And this is from Surly Burley. Surly Burley.